In the wake of the Primeval's defeat, I resumed my involvement with Angiris Council, where I had once stood among heaven's ruling bodies as the aspect of justice, and now assumed the place of wisdom, a position formerly held by the missing Archangel Tyrael. In partaking on this duty was a deliberate act. I believe that, to ensure a new dawn for angels and men, the virtues of wisdom outweighed those of justice, but my transformation was also caused by something more, a subtle calling that emanated from the Crystal Arch, instilling in me a profound need to don the mantle of wisdom. Through my involvement with the Council, I was privy to discussions about the Black Soulstone. The Primeval's body had been destroyed, but the crystal remained intact, the entity's spirit still roiling within the enchanted prison. Angels under the command of Imperius quickly recovered the foul artifact and entrusted it to the Angiris Council. Never before had the Archangels held such power and dominion over the Lords of the Burning Hells. Never before had they possessed such a momentous chance to purge evil from creation and bring an end to the eternal conflict once and for all. Oriel proposed forging an impenetrable chamber of light and sound that shroud the crystal for all eternity. Imperius argued that the only valid course of action was to shatter the stone, thus destroying the evil, and launch a final sweeping invasion of the Burning Hells. Tyrael lingered in indecision, still plagued by his inability to foresee mankind's destiny in relation to the Primeval and the harrowing attack on the heavens. The council was divided, unable to pass a vote on course of action. It was during these meetings I began to notice the Black Soulstone's insidious influence on the Archangels. This effect was not corruption in the literal sense, although the crystal did possess unsettling powers. Angels who handled it for prolonged periods of time were inundated with visions of terror, hate, and destruction, and the other dark emotions intrinsic in the seven evils. For mortals, I believe this effect would be even more perilous. The mere presence of the Soulstone drove a wedge between the Archangels, begetting an unending cycle of heated debates and arguments. Know this, it is harmony that imbues angels with much of their strength. Discord is like a mortal disease that spreads to every limb and organ until the body withers and dies. In that way, the Council's divisiveness pervaded the heavens, posing a danger to all who dwelt within. I warned the Archangels of this burgeoning schism and the Soulstone's role in it, but I was largely ignored. Imperius took my apprehension as a sign of mortal cowardice. Throughout the Council's meeting, he was loath to hear any of my suggestions. He continued to hold me accountable for the tragic attack on the heavens. He also claimed that my nature as a mortal made me incapable of living up to Malthael's legacy as the aspect of wisdom. Imperius' behavior troubled me deeply. Seeing heaven burned around him, seeing his loyal followers perish before his eyes, had a profound impact on the Archangel. And due to his pride, he could not accept that mortals had spared the heavens from doom. He allowed his shame and anger to feed off one another, blinding him to reason. There was, however, a shard of truth to his accusations. Although I had willingly become wisdom, I had not fully embraced my calling. Doubtful that I could live up to Malthael's legacy, I had abstained from bringing other angels under my command. I had even avoided venturing into my predecessor's domain, the pools of wisdom, yet taking up the legendary source of his power, Shalad-Ar, the Chalice of Wisdom. Would peering into this artifact destroy my mortal mind, or would it have no effect on me at all? The various outcomes and the potential for disaster plagued my thoughts. I do not believe Imperius intended this, but his constant challenges finally pushed me to face my fears. I knew that as long as the Council remained deadlocked over the Black Soulstone, the dissonance of the Archangels would fester like an open wound. Only by drawing on the powers of wisdom could I hope to resolve this dilemma. So it was that I finally ventured into the pools of wisdom to take the Shalad-Ar into my care.